All right. I've been told that this is some good ASMR stuff. So this one is pretty special to me. Mel got me this for my birthday, and I've been waiting to unbox it on camera so you guys can see what it is. So I'm not going to tell you what it is until I get it out, but this is an album that came out when I was probably about 13 or 14, and it was one of the first albums I can remember owning on CD, and I played the thing to death. Like, it was the CD that I had in my stereo in my bedroom that I would wake up to every morning to get up for school and get ready for school. And I remember, you know, I'd hear the CD player spin up, and then you'd hear the first few beats of the first song on the album, and every time I hear that, it sort of takes me back to that time period. So how about we unbox it and I'll give you a bit of a rundown on the album. So for any guesses, or actually we'll go back a little bit before I do unbox it. So for those playing at home, 13 or 14 year old me was 1996, 1997. So I think this actually came out in about 96. The first single might have been released late 95 maybe, when I was in year 6. And it's an American band, and they've had a few, I think they had a small, like a different outfit beforehand, and then they eventually evolved into the band that released this album. And they released another few albums after that, and then the lead singer ended up spawning a pretty successful solo career, and there was quite a few, I suppose, hit songs off the album when it came out. I wouldn't consider these to be like a hyper popular act, or like a really, you know, top notch act. I always used to say that's the kind of music that your mum would like. So let me know in the comments if you got to this point and you had some ideas of who it might be. Chuck that down there. Oh shit. There we go. Did you get it right? Did you guess correctly? So I remember, I can remember being a kid, right? And when you're a kid, you sort of have these ideas of what things are and who people are. And I remember seeing this album cover and then getting the CD, and you know, as you do, you look at the pictures in the book, and hopefully you get a CD that's got the lyrics in it, and you can read the lyrics and you can read along and sing along with it and all that sort of stuff. And it's usually got pictures of the band in there. And I remember looking at it going, well, he's not in the band, is he? So released 1996 on Atlantic. So this is, for those playing at home that don't know, this is Rob Thomas's band. It's not his band, but he is the lead singer of Matchbox 20. And this is their first studio album that they released, called Yourself or Someone Like You. And track listing is Real World, Long Day, 3 AM, Push, Girl Like That, Back to Good, Damn, Argue, Kody, Busted, Shame, and Hang. So let's get it out of the sleeve and have a look, because I'm hoping, because I did ask for a specific one, so I'm hoping Mel managed to get onto it and get me the one that she wanted, the one that I wanted. Use this bad boy. Need to start getting some sleeves, I think. So inside you've got the vinyl inside a vinyl sleeve, and you've got an insert that's got the lyrics here and the track listing and the length of each of the tracks. And on the bottom there, it's got a photo of the group. And on the other side here, it's got old mate from the front there wearing his flight cap. And I can see already that my awesome wife has pulled through. I'm being pretty careful with it because I'm out in the garage, and at the moment the garage is doubling up as my filming studio. So there you go, 20th anniversary, bright red vinyl, pretty good. Maybe not 20th anniversary, limited edition. We'll go with limited edition bright red clear vinyl. So A side, Real World, Long Day, 3 AM, Push, Girl Like That, and Back to Good. Back to Good's one of my favourites, actually. I never used to like it before, but I really, really enjoy it now. And then B-side, Damn, Argue, Kody, Busted, Shame, and Hang. But all you bloody LP nuts are going spastic about how I'm handling this. I'm making this look really hard, aren't I? Right, some facts about the album. So we'll go album stats. So overview. Pardon me. Artist is Matchbox 20. The album is Yourself or Someone Like You. Release date October the 1st, 1996. And it was, let's go some commercial performance. So number 5 in the US, and it's certified diamond in the US, so that means over 12 million copies in the US alone, and worldwide the estimates of over 15 million copies, and it stayed on the Billboard in the top 200 for over 3 years. Hit singles: Long Day, which was actually the debut single; Push, which was their breakout single, which I remember that being their first single in Australia; 3 AM, Real World, and then Back to Good were the singles from that album. And fun facts, here we go. The cover photo famously features a man named Frank Torres, who was not a band member. He was a friend of the photographer, and the image became one of the most recognisable 90s album covers. Another fun fact, initially, the album's success was slow, but it exploded in popularity after Push and 3 AM dominated radio in 1997-1998, and it was Matchbox 20's debut album, and it instantly put them on the map. And the songs blend Rob Thomas' personal storytelling with themes of relationships, introspection, and everyday struggles. I remember seeing an interview with him. I think it was part of their concert series. They did it at like the Storytellers or something like that. And it was a live show they did. And he was talking about 3 AM particularly. That being about him living with his mum through her battle with cancer, and how it was sort of like a reflection on how he would be up at 3 AM and, you know, keeping his mum company when she couldn't sleep and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So anyway, that's Matchbox 20. Yourself or Someone Like You. If I gave it a rating, I would probably give it a solid 5 out of 7. And for those that know. But out of 10, look, I'm probably going to give it probably a 7.5 out of 10. It's not on my top 10 albums of all time. It's just an album that I have a lot of nostalgia for. It was part of my youth, and I just have a bit of nostalgia for it, and it's something I'd like to have in my collection of vinyl. Would I add any of their other albums? Probably not. I remember being thoroughly excited about their second album, Mad Season, coming out, and actually being a little bit disappointed, if I'm honest. But this album, I really like it. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Let's go give it a spin.